Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're making money. We got commercials. Junkyard, Kevin, cornbread. Just gotta get the chat popped out. Sorry, I'm running a little late. Mother Nature called at the last minute. I had to answer the phone. Uh, yeah, we all know how Omar got rich. Yeah. Uh, I see they repainted the sign, and isn't it remarkably miraculous? Um, Kids, now wait a minute. They're open from 2 to 10. Okay, that Nick Shirley was there at 1 o'clock. That's why there was no kids there. Even though the law states that they have to be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., that's what the law states. That the and nobody from the state or the federal government caught that. But wasn't it remarkable that the kids started showing up in the morning after the um, story broke? They started coming there in the morning. It was busy, yeah. Oh, and they got broken into, I guess, yesterday. Somebody kicked in the door and stole checks and paperwork. Took all of their checks and paperwork from customers. So there's no documentation. Huh. I think it had to be a law that there had to be working security cameras in every room in a daycare. Every room. You know, that would cut out on the fraud because you'd know if there was kids there or not. Get up here, pumpkin. Come on. It's all about you. That's right. It is. Come on. I was going to shave the beard, but she was against it. Well, thank you, man in the shed. I appreciate it. Thank you for your comment. I try. You know, it's hard being the most handsomest person on YouTube. I know. I guess Robert F. Kennedy is freezing all payments for child care to Minnesota right now. So, have you seen the guy doing the interview for Somalis at the daycare center? If you look at that guy and you look closely, his eyeballs ain't but about 2 centimeters apart. There's something weird about that. You can tell that was him breathing at his best. Yeah. That was relative humidity at work right there. Oh, my baby. That's a good girl. Yeah, he has killer eyebrows. Lay down. Go ahead and get comfy. Yeah. Don't bother me. I mean, don't mind what I'm doing. Got me on the big screen? There you go. If any of you guys have watched that Blind Frog Ranch, the kid, I think his name's Clint Ollinger, was arrested back in October for contempt of court. And he was in jail and he was sentenced and he was supposed to be released on January 12th. Well, Chad. As fate would have it, he murdered his cellmate on December 26th. They got into a fight and the cellmate was dead. So, the kid had the world by the ass because his dad was a multi-millionaire. There's supposedly $3 billion or $4 billion worth of gold underneath the hills there, and he'll never see any of it. The old man is in such bad health he can't do anything no more. So it'll probably go to the grandkids whenever they get old enough. Hillary done it. That's right. Anyways, the girl, she's been busy ever since about 4 o'clock this morning. She's been trying to get my attention. I come out here at 4:30 and found out what the problem was. She didn't have any water. I know. Yeah, I know. Well, he probably would if it was self-defense. But if it was self-defense, wouldn't he be at the cell door screaming for the guards to come there because this guy's not moving? And he wasn't. He just let him lay there and die. They're going to drop the ball twice? I remember some of that Acorn stuff. Yeah, I know there was no cameras there. That's right. I'm so happy you're comfortable. Yeah. It's all about you. Her feet are nice and warm. I can tell she was sitting on the register before she come here. The heat turns on in the off the furnace, and she automatically thinks that's her place to lay down. Kathy, the other day, I think it was yesterday, it might have been Monday night. She was at the computer, and the girl got on the computer desk right in front of her, and she was scratching at Kathy's computer screen, and she was trying to catch, I don't know, something that was moving on the screen. Excuse me. Actually, Kathy goes, "Oh, God!" And she comes running out of the living room. I said, "What's the matter?" She said, "Your cat just farted." And then she come walking by. I said, "Is she blaming you, baby?" Probably. Good, yeah, good self-defense. Yeah. You know what? You have to get down. I love you, but you're getting heavy. It's too awkward. There you go. The other side of town, Monday, lost power for about 5 or 6 hours, I guess. The stores, the grocery stores, lost power. They have like Myers has like three or four semi trailers parked outside their docks in the refrigerator trailers. And when the power goes out, they have all their employees pack up everything and all the refrigerated stuff and move it out there to the trailers. They lost a bunch of stuff, but they saved a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's probably what it was. C-Stack, good morning. Hey, boy, look pretty good in them jumpsuit, boy. You're going to find out what we call this a pokey. Gonna be a brand new me next year. I'm gonna turn over a new leaf. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna help Kevin with the girls. You know, start sending him care packages. You know, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. In between that, the reefer trucks went out. A bunch of people die at once. Last night, there was a guy laying in the middle of one of the streets downtown. I don't know about you, but it was 20 degrees out and the wind was blowing 30 miles an hour. That had to be very, very cold. Speed bump. Yeah. A few weeks ago, the guy that was running for city council was on his way to work, and there was a guy laying in the middle of the street. Laying in the middle of the street. He got out. He couldn't feel a pulse. Called the cops. Another guy stopped. He felt a pulse. The cops got there. Walked up to the guy, shined the light in his face, knew who he was, and started kicking him. Get up! Get up! He said, "Hey, leave me alone. I'm sleeping here. You can't sleep in the middle of the road." They took him to the hospital. Then they had to go back and pick him up at the hospital and give him a ride home because he was arguing and fighting with the hospital staff and the security guards there. So they had to go get him. A refrigerated truck? A reefer truck? Yeah. Oh, it's been a regular comic strip adventure around here for the last couple of months. All the drunk people, all the high people. Uh, got a city meeting to go to Monday. Monday. That's right. I got to look at the agenda, see what's going on with that. Then I have to, while I'm there, I'm going to bring up the Mariana Trench. If you don't know what that is, that's the deepest spot on the face of the earth is the Mariana Trench. It's so deep. It's like 27,000 feet or something like that below the sea level. Well, we have a Mariana Trench across one of our streets. About 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that, a company here dug up the road Division Street, which is a main street, they asked to close the road down for 24 hours. So you had to drive 4 miles out of your way or 5 miles out of your way, depends on where you were at, to go around town. And they dug up the street to hook up a water line and a sewer line and stuff like that. Well, when they did that, they filled it in, and then they, paved it, asphalted it. Right now, you drive down there, and it has sunk down about 6 inches. It's going to end up tearing out oil pans and ripping the front wheels off in some vehicles here shortly. You're not going down till next year? I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. I got to go to the store today. I bought some strip steaks today. That's what we're having for dinner tonight, strip steaks. Red steamed potatoes, air fried broccoli, or not broccoli, Brussels sprouts with maple sauce. And I don't know. I think that's plenty, I think. That's what we're going to have for dinner. Well, I bought gas yesterday at $2.46 a gallon. Tomorrow, that same gas at $2.46 is going to be like $2.91. Huh. It's probably cheaper to run it on natural gas, but kind of limits your options on where you're going to fuel up at. We had a truck when I was in the garbage company. We had a truck that ran on propane, one. LP. Yeah, they pay you to take it. There you go. Yeah. Anyways, it was a dog. They had that thing, and it couldn't make 40 mile an hour if it wanted to. Loaded. It seemed okay empty. Loaded was another thing. And people, the drivers, started to refuse to drive it because they were, they would be out there for a 10-hour route, would take them 12, 14 hours because it just didn't have no speed to it. And to the landfill, you had to be pulled up the hill, the driveway, because it didn't have enough power to get you up to the top of the hill. And they would have to pull you all the way through the landfill so you could empty and then pull you out until they got you out of the mud and onto a flat spot to where you could actually go. But that was 30 years ago, so I don't know how they are now. But damn, they're 40 years ago. Little tanks. Well, tanks a lot. I know I've got more past than I do future. Everybody does. Unless you're young. I need to go to the Learning Center too. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. It's 4-Shot Wednesday. I had to figure what day it was. 4-Shot Wednesday. Hey. Oh. Battery's gonna run out here. Morning, Square Table. I think when I get off this live stream, if ain't nobody up, I'm gonna go back and hit her. Snuggle back up. I was taking my cough medicine last night. It helps me get through the night without coughing my ass off. And I started to take some, and I started to cough in the middle of that. And I'll tell you what, I thought I was drowning. I couldn't breathe. I was coughing so damn bad. And Kathy, she was there in bed. She jumped out of bed. What's going on? I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk to her. And I'm just coughing, and all this, cough medicine's coming out, spraying me all over the face and all over my clothes and everything. And you okay? And I couldn't tell her anything because I couldn't breathe. I finally got to the point where I could say something. She said, "What was going on?" I started drinking it, and I started to cough, and I started drowning in it. Yeah. I'd have rigged up some way of, hooking a couple of 20-pound tanks on top of her or something, just to make her through the day. The roofers, they didn't make it here Monday. I guess the 50-mile-an-hour wind scared them off. And yesterday wasn't so bad, but it was slick. And then it started snowing last night. I ain't even looked outside yet. I know we got snow. I seen some on the windshield as I was walking through the house. I looked through the window outside. You could see that there was some snow on the windshield of the car. So I don't understand why I gotta every 30 days. Every 30 days, you gotta sign into your Ring account. If you don't, excuse me, they won't let you see, even though you're paying $9.99 a month for it now. Oh, oh my goodness, we got snow. That's what it looks like. I like that front camera. I got the damn hiccups for some reason. Had a big old furry kitty cat at 5:30 this morning. Had a person running at 5:17. Had another kitty. I tell you, well, I don't know why these people are out at 5 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. Then again, that's me, and not me, but you know. Damn. Well, what'd you pick up at Menards? Oh, yeah. New York City is. That's going to be the poster child of what a third world looks like. Oh, you have a domestic abuse? You have a domestic call, a domestic violence call? We'll send a social worker out to you right now. Ma'am, I don't think a social worker is going to work. This guy's got a gun. Yeah. Yeah. I know they do. Oh yeah. 52,000 envelopes. Is that, are you sending me a Christmas card? Damn, it's 70 cents an envelope. That's a lot of postage. You got an Xmas card yesterday? Did ya? I didn't send out any this year. I don't know if Kathy did or not. Probably not. From the vet? Yeah. Roses are red and violets are blue. We need to see you. Scooby Dooby Doo. I love you too, Kevin. Morning, Dan. You just missed Kevin. So what are you doing? So you stack hauling, doing pickup loads of stuff for people? I thought about that with my van. I need to get it running or get a transmission put back in it. Doing freight hauling, short runs. It's much better in a pickup, but you know, do it with a van too. There you go. Yeah. Oh, well, there, pumpkin. Come on, get up here. Come on. I know. I was a little inconsiderate, wasn't I? Yeah. I told you you was being a bother. I'm sorry. She's looking at me like, hey, it's me. Every once in a while, we get some bargains. I'm going to start driving down to Ohio for bargains, I guess. Think about buying me some of them jerry cans. And then I'll take the Ford down there, fill up the gas there, and then fill the jerry cans up. And then, strap them down. And I have a tailgate thing I could just put them on. The hitch holder. I could just put them on that. That way they're not inside. But somebody gives you a rear end accident, it's going to be like a Pinto. Oh! We're going to have a giveaway this next year. We're going to give away a kitty. Anybody want one? By the way, the other day was Grizz's birthday. If you guys didn't wish him a happy birthday, it was his birthday 4 or 5 days ago, I guess it was. I wished him a happy birthday. Aw, such a good girl. No, I'm not giving you away. Nobody would want you. It is a cold morning. 23 here. It's warmer now than it was last night at 8:30. Yeah, he's still alive. He got on there and thanked everybody. Oh, I watched Amish's video of the Amish doing a roofing job out in the wind. I bet that was a little sketchy. They were taking steel roofing off. They did. They did. Morning, Amish. That one handing down the steel, he looked a little nervous, you know, because he had the kite on the end of his hand. Oh, she's just loving this. Nope, wasn't on the Amish Vatican. Well, my son-in-law and daughter, they hired the Amish to put up a pole building 2 weeks ago, I guess it got put up. I couldn't afford to hire the Amish. Huh. You almost miss them? Yeah. You got the light volume pumping. That's what the Indians said. That's right. Almost miss them. Yeah. There was a guy on Facebook Marketplace had you see right through it. That's right. Now, did they tear off the shingles too, or just go over the top of it? They're doing a complete tear off here on both roofs, and then then putting the steel roofing on. There was a guy the other day that had steel siding, 42-foot lengths. He had it. It was a ridiculously low price. I'm thinking like I think it was $2,000, and he had 60 sheets, 42 feet long, and he had like 20 sheets that were 24 feet long, 3 feet wide. And if I had a way to haul it, I think I'd have bought that. That was cheap. And it wasn't roofing steel, it was siding steel. And it was red. I thought, well, I wanted to do this house in a barn style because we got the gable roof, the barn roof. And I thought, well, hell, that would look cool. Red siding, steel siding, and a black steel roof. New metal roof, yeah. Oh yeah. You know, 42 feet long, you'd have to have damn near a semi trailer to haul it, or cut it 21 foot and then put it on a 20-foot trailer. Hit the red barn. That's right. Now Kathy and I were talking. Um, if we go to side the house, and that won't be till next year, but it'll probably be um, a light green. Um, okay, I'm trying to figure out what they would call it. It's not. Wouldn't it's a lot lighter than a hunter green, uh, and do the siding with that. I think the light green and the black roof would go good together, and then the white windows. That's probably what it is, sage green. I'm just trying to figure out Heritage Blue. Now I did that. The other house, I did that in Sunlight Yellow, and when that yellow vinyl siding was brand new, I did it in Sunlight Yellow. I did it in a hunter green roof shingle, and then cranberry wine um, steel trim all the way around the windows with white window casings, and then a hunter green storm door. And that thing looked fantastic. I had so many people stop and look at the houses we was doing it and compliment on it. I know I could use my half the 10,000 by siding. I know, if we ever get paid. It's just like money in the bank, though. You know it's coming. Yeah, yeah, I could walk right next door to the dispensary. Yeah, and then after hitting that, I could go across the street to the 7-Eleven. Um, I seen him do something the other day. It was fig trees or something. No, they don't. They don't have the best coffee. But his partner in crime, you know, early bird specials with Brad. If you don't believe me, check it out. He had a music video, a music live stream the other day. There's no 7-Elevens around there? Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, they all got that button right there on their forehead. Now, we have a liquor store on the west side of town, and we have a liquor store on the south side of town. Well, where the liquor store is south of town, on the south side of town, there's a liquor store, and then there used to be a pizza inn or a Bonanza. I can't remember what it is now or what it was, but because it's been so long ago. But that building, there is the liquor store, and then another building of something, and then the Pizza Hut or Pizza Inn or Bonanza or Ponderosa or whatever the hell it was. They copyrighted your Victrola. Oh, I figured they would do that. Anyways, the guy on the west side of town bought that building and is putting a liquor store next to the liquor store that's been there, a building away for 40 years. Now, the one that's putting the new liquor store in is he's going to try to run out the carpet rider, the magic carpet rider from the other liquor store. I know, mind me up, them bastards. I don't blame you. Did they give you a suspension on your channel, or did they just say you're a naughty boy and you're not getting none of the monetization, even though you weren't getting it anyways? Just a late spanking? Yeah. I have to be good still for, I think, I might be off from probation. It was like October or November. I had a year's probation. I couldn't do anything. Even though I ain't never been in real trouble. I think next year I'm going to start doing, topless videos and stuff like that. Get my views up. Make my monetization worth something. If them girls can do it, why can't I? Well, they don't go topless. I'll show more skin. I know you got just as many. You got more subscribers than I got, I think. You need to do more than just, the live stream for the Christmas lights. You got to start doing live streams, you know, get some hours that way. Yeah, get some topless Amish chicks. Well, you just have them, scooch up their skirts a little bit and we'll show their ankles. I know my channel might explode. I know. Yeah. Come on. It's time to get up. It's starting to kill me. Yeah. I could go up to 2,400. Yeah. That's the end thing. That's right. I'm happy to report, though, the refrigerator out in the garage is still working. So, well, that was a nail biter. I thought I was going to have to throw that away and, you know. But it's working. There you go. Yeah, no, it's got to operate in 24-degree weather, right? You wouldn't turn on either. No, it wouldn't turn on after we took it out there. And I wrapped on the compressor with a hammer, I thought maybe the compressor had stuck. And I blew it all out with an air compressor. It had a bunch of dust bunnies in there, so I got that all cleaned out. I left it unplugged for like 30 hours, plugged it back in, she started right up. So that made me a happy man. I want a garage refrigerator freezer. I need to get rid of a couple of freezers. I think I need to get rid of the two small ones. One is probably 40 years old, and it works like a champ. That was a hot dog one. That gets to like 30 below zero, according to the temperature gauge. That's a sub-zero freezer. That one will frost you. Then the other ones are Crosley, and it's just like the refrigerator. I bought it the same time I bought the refrigerator, and I've had it, or we have had it, 25 years. It's a little dusty on the outside, but there ain't a scratch on it. It's always been a well taken care of, freezer. It was in the house when I first bought it. It was in the back room, and we had it back there with the washer and dryer. So we had a back room freezer, and then it didn't have a restart. So, but anyways, then we brought it here, put it out in this garage, which made it better. The new washers are crap, but I'm looking to buy a new washer and a dryer. But I don't want a Samsung. I don't want a front load. I don't think the front load washers get your clothes as clean as a regular top load does with an agitator. And I don't want one that's just got the little nubs at the bottom, because that doesn't do nothing either. So I want one with a real agitator. And I don't want one with a stainless steel tub in it. I want one with a porcelain tub, um, like the old ones used to have, or enamel tub, or whatever you want to call it. Well, they have Lowe's has Speed Queen, I think, Frigidaire, GE, um, Amana. I want a good one. I'm thinking about a GE. I want an extra large washer and an extra large dryer. So, and hopefully I'll never have to buy a new one ever again. I doubt it because they don't make them to last 30 years. So, there you go. Now the ones downstairs I got, both washer and dryer, they're probably 20 years old or better, 25 years old or better. Um, but I found out if you let the grandkids run the washer for you, you're going to have problems. They don't know how to put a load in, and they don't know how to, level a load and make sure it's equal, or they overstuff it. So now Kathy will have the grandkids take the laundry down, and she puts it in the washer. So we were having a problem with it. It wasn't, the clothes were really wet. I said, well, why are they really wet? Well, it's not wringing all the way out, spinning all the way out. Well, I said, are they overloading it? I don't know. Well, exactly what they were doing was overloading it. It couldn't spin out. So now she does it, and the clothes don't need to be, spun 2 or 3 times to get the stuff out of there. Yeah, I know they need to bring back. That was the worst thing ever. They should have had home economics. Should have been a required class. It should be more required than how to speak Spanish. I could give 2 rats' asses about Spanish. I don't plan on going to Mexico or Spain or any other country. So why would I need to learn Spanish or French or German or Chinese or any of that? There you go. Yeah, I'll sell them a nice clothes washer, cement mixer. I bought that concrete cutter. I give $20 for it at the auction. There's a woman in town. They own a concrete company, but there's a Facebook place in town. They have one exactly like mine, and they want $800 for it. I should have put mine up for sale right next to theirs for $500. And the only thing is, mine has the original engine on it. Theirs doesn't. All right, everybody. It's time for me to get out of here. I've been on here long enough. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have a happy new year if you make it to the new year. I plan on being in bed by 10:30 or 11. I don't have any inkling to stay up. Kathy bought some stuff for, Horsey Davers. You got some olives, some cheese, some crackers, some sausages, summer sausages. or beef sticks. And she's going to make uh, meatballs in a crock pot, which um, I'm not a fan of. She said, should I get 1 or 2 bags? I said, who's all coming? She said, just us. I said, just get 1 bag because I don't like them. Those meatballs that are got grape jelly in them and stuff, I probably maybe eat 4 or 5 of them a year. That's it. I just don't prefer them. So, yeah. Now, if she was going to make meatballs with, beef gravy or something like that, now you're talking. But, no. I'm going to make steaks for dinner tonight. Strip steak, steamed red potatoes, air-fried broccoli, or not broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and that's going to be dinner. And I might have me a sody pop, a carbonated barley beverage. But other than that, that's about my plans for the day. I might shave this off. I don't know. Yeah. I like Swedish meatballs. I just don't like the ones made in grape jelly. So, and what else did she buy? She bought something else. Oh, we got oops. It don't sound right at all. I know. She does grape jelly. They do grape jelly and barbecue sauce or something like that. Mix it together. That way it coats the meatball and stays on it. And I took a package of chicken out of the freezer yesterday so it could thaw out. It's in the refrigerator, but we're going to have probably stir fry tomorrow night for dinner. I bought 3 packages of uh, teriyaki stir fry. So, be a man, that's right. Roll against the wall. I ain't eating this, and you can't make me. So, y'all have a blessed day. Take care, prayers and peace, and I will see you tomorrow. You have a happy and a safe new year, and be careful. And remember, if you take the highway home tonight, after you go someplace, make sure you put it back in the morning. It tastes much better today. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I love boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I'll buy that when I can get a good deal on them. I'll buy 10, 12, 15 pounds of them. And we'll cook like 5 or 6 pounds of them for dinner, And then whatever's left over goes into a dish, put them in the refrigerator. Open up the refrigerator, take the lid off, grab you a chicken thigh, put a little salt on it, and then eat it on the way into another room. They are good. I mean, they are really good. Take care, everybody, and have a blessed day.